exciting day again, guys. We have Jesse the log hauler is coming to deliver us another load of logs. And today I thought we could spend a couple minutes after he's done unloading and we can talk to him and maybe we can learn something about the timber industry here in the United States and with him being a log hauler. All right, guys, let's watch him unload this. Everyone, this is an exciting day because we finally got a chance to talk to Jesse the log hauler. This guy is busy, and we have been talking about having an interview here and letting you guys get an insight into the logging industry here in North America, well, the eastern part of North America. I'm sure it's a little bit different out west. But everyone say hello to log hauler Jesse, and log hauler Jesse say hello to the world.
Hello, world.
Jesse, the first thing is people are wanting to know, who are you? You know, how long have you been in log hauling and how did you get started?
I got my CDL when I was 30. I started with dump trucks. Then my dad got into hauling logs. Probably about 35, I started hauling logs. And pretty much he put me in a truck and said, go to work. That's how I learned. And it was as simple as that.
Are you a logger? What are you? A log hauler?
I just haul logs.
And do you work for a logging company or are you independent?
I'm as independent as I need to be. I have a couple crews that I haul for consistently, and majority of the time I'm swamped as it is, so I have like 2 solid crews and then everybody else fills in. A lot of tree service work and slabs, everything. You know, I'm just busy all the time.
Mm-hmm. So how does a log hauler make money?
You charge by the load, 75 on, 75 off, then $4 a mile is the average. If it's a nightmare job, I usually add money because it's time, or I average about 125 bucks an hour is where I shoot for. So right around that range. It doesn't always work out that way.
Mm-hmm. And then a nightmare job would probably be something like we're experiencing here in Ohio right now with all this rain. Yeah. I guess you got to deal with mud. That's probably a part of your life, isn't it?
Not as much anymore. I haul for a lot of individuals that try to make my life easier. But when you work for a mill, they don't really care. They'll put the woods out in the corner of a field and expect you to get there and work around the clock before it rains. And if it rains, it stays, and then they complain. So It's all about getting the right crew.
And I see the name of your company is All Seasons. So does that mean you also work summer?
Says it all right there.
So you're up on your perch in all weather then, blizzards and 90-degree weather in the summer.
Yeah. The winter when it freezes is the same as the summer when it's dry. They can pull so much more out when everything's frozen and when it's dry. So the two ends of the season, the hot and the cold, is when I'm the busiest. So that's just part of the game.
Mm-hmm. And then is there an off season to log hauling?
If there is, I haven't found it yet.
Well, I know what you're going through because I sell firewood. The big question that everyone's been asking, especially now here in summer of 2021, is lumber prices are just going through the roof.
Yeah.
So how have you seen that affecting your job and the timber industry and landowners and sawmills? Who's getting rich through this whole process?
It's got to be the people at the end of the tunnel, because it's not us. But the prices have come up. Landowners are getting paid more. But most of the time when they go out and cut the lumber, you got all the labor to get it out, to haul it out, to truck it, to saw it. So the price from the landowner is usually quite considerable less than when they actually take it to the mill and saw it up and send it out, because of the amount of effort it takes to get it to that point. The demand's way up. All the blocking mills they're putting up new mills, which means the demand is huge right now. So it's definitely very busy at all the mills. And like I said, when they start putting new mills up, that usually means that they don't have enough sawed lumber.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you see prices going back down and becoming normal again?
not with fuel prices. If fuel prices keep going up, it's like anything, everything goes up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, unless the economy takes a crap, I'm pretty sure everything's going to be the same.
Log hauler Jesse, I watch you climbing up and down this ladder, and I see these logs. They look like pool cues, which can just knock you in the head. I mean, this could be a pretty dangerous job. You know, tell us about the hazards or the demands that it has on your body.
It's all hazardous, and there's huge demand on my body. I broke my collarbone with a tire blown up on me. It exploded, knocked me over. Smashed fingers, broken ribs, falling off the ladder when it's muddy. Yeah.
So the ladder, that looks to me one thing that just wear you out at the end of the day, because you're up and down that thing a lot.
Yeah, the straps are the worst. My shoulders are starting to get wore out. You throw them over, you ratchet them down. It's all upper body. Same thing with running the controls. In general, in this thing, it doesn't go down the road very easily, so you have to manhandle the steering wheel too. So it's a workout every day.
Yeah. I had a lot of people ask about your truck. They love the old Mack Superliners. So, but I hear that you have a new one that's being built. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, anybody that loves the look of an old Superliner needs to ride in it for a while, because it's rough. It's spring ride front and back. It beats the snot out of me every day. My new truck is an International 2015, but it has a water tank on it. So I have to take that off, put bunks on it, put the loader that this has on the back, and the grapple over the cab. So it'll be a working process, but I'm hoping before this fall I should have it on the road.
Jesse, this hits close to home because I'm raising two daughters. How do you see women in the timber industry? Do you see any, that are out on the road or working in the sawmills?
I know that there's one that I see all the time over in Middlefield. She hauls sawed lumber. I haven't seen any women in a log truck yet, but anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have somebody to show you. That's the one thing. When I started, I had a friend of mine. When I bought a truck, I followed him for about 2 years to learn all the mills, where to go, how to go, what to do, what not to do, how to fix hydraulics, motor on the road or in the field whenever it happens, or you're stranded. So, but yeah, there's definitely, I see a lot more women driving trucks, dump trucks, because I'm on the road constantly. And I would say in the last 5 years, I've seen a lot more women like on the dump truck and when they're doing road work and that.
Talk about the firewood industry. It's close to home here for me. What kind of logs get into the firewood industry? Are they rejected from the mill, too small, too crooked? Can you talk to our people that are out there about how a log hauler can have a big role with a firewood company?
The majority of it is right now with the blocking prices being high. Most of the 12 inches or so are going to end up at a blocking mill. Where before, when the blocking prices were down, it was easier to get firewood. But right now, it's a little tougher. And not all the guys, for the amount of time and effort it takes for them to pull out a load of firewood logs is, quite a bit. And the main thing is it helps the woods look better when they clean it out like that, because it just makes the woods not as a mess. But like I said, you got to have somebody that has the area on the job site and the time. And majority of the time the firewood for them is just kind of an extra bonus, but it also applies to the contract. They might not be able to cut trees that are that small to make firewood. And you know how much you guys with the processors love them crooked logs.
No. I like 10-inch pencils.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah, they're real fun for me because that 10-inch pencil turns into 120 logs compared to 80. So that's considerable more time for me to stack those little sticks and get a nice load for you.
Log Hauler Jesse, I get a lot of questions from our subscribers on how can they get logs, how can they reach a log hauler and have these firewood poles delivered to their place. They seem to struggle with it. Can you give us some advice on how to connect with someone like you?
A lot of times I've had people just stop and pull me over. When I stop, they stop and get my name and number. Best thing to do is if you have somebody cutting out on a job or you see them, just stop in and see if they have somebody that hauls their logs. Ask the log yard. They'll usually have somebody, but it's slim pickings. There's not a lot of us that do this. In PA there's a lot more, but in Ohio in this area there's, I'd say, maybe 20 some trucks in the area within a 100-mile range, and might be a little more than that, but yeah, it's not easy to find us.
Lastly, you and me have a project that's going on. We're building a road to make your life easier, bringing logs in and out. So people are really fascinated by those oak mats. Talk about those. Where are we finding those, and what's the economy behind all that?
That's from pipeline work up north by Lake Erie. They put 22 miles of pipeline in. They had 27,000 mats they bought.
God.
And they're 4 foot wide, 8 inches deep, and 18 to 16 feet wide. So that is a huge amount of trees. But when they're done with the project, they have to pull them out. They have a lot of junk ones that are rejects. They're pretty much free other than the trucking. Yeah, I'm bringing you these ones to get you through your swampland in the back 40, so that'll make your life easier and get your bugs away from your house.
Yes, we're having a problem with ants. Is there a way I can order wood without ants?
No.
Log Hauler Jesse, thanks so much for your time. And I know that you're a busy guy and you got to get on the road. And I'm sitting here looking at this. Maybe I am in the wrong industry because, how expensive could it be to buy one of these and, drive them up and down the road? They probably get excellent fuel economy. So, I don't know, guys. If you think I need to get into log hauling, let me know, all right?
4 miles to the gallon.
Okay, I will stick to firewood.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, if you like this video and if you think Log Hauler Jesse is a super cool guy, let's give us a thumbs up, please. All right. And don't worry, I have already given him an official Ohio Wood Burner t-shirt. I just see that you didn't wear it today. Jesse, thanks so much for coming out here and hanging out with us. Everyone was excited to get a chance to meet you and get to talk to you. So thanks, and please be safe driving up and down the road. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. We post videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And I hope that everyone has, this is where you put up your thumb, a great day.